Hello. Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to Keep Cooking Daily. My name's Jack. I'm the head chef of Jamie's Cookery School. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a nice, restful weekend. It's a brand new week, and we have 5 days of recipes just for you here at Keep Cooking Daily. So what are we doing? Look, Jamie's asked me to bring what we do at the Cookery School to you with daily cook-ups. We're going to try and give you a bit of love, a bit of inspiration, find ways to make your kitchen life a bit healthier, a bit more fun, a bit tastier, whatever you like. So we want to listen. We want to start a conversation. Any comments you have, get them in the comments below. We've got Bryony. Hello, Bryony.
Hi,
hello.
Jack.
Hello. Bryony's manning the chat today. She's our social media manager, and we'll be getting back to you and listening about what you want to see next week or this week or whatever. Please let us know as well where you're cooking from and whether you're going to be cooking this tonight or sometime later this week. Now, what are we cooking today? We're making an incredible harissa roast chicken fajitas. This is an outstanding way to start the week. I'm really excited about it. It's one of those recipes that ticks loads of boxes. It is healthy. It is so simple, and it's really exciting to eat. Not only that, it's super versatile and really flexible as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to marinate our chicken with some other bits and bobs in harissa and get it in the oven. Meanwhile, we'll make a slaw, and then we'll bring it all together. Simple as that. I've also got Hugo here, lovely people. Hello, Hugo.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing today, Hugo? All good?
Very good, thank you.
Ready for this one?
Yeah, definitely.
Super. Let's start. Right. Harissa. This is all about harissa. This is the heart and the soul of our flavors today. Harissa paste. What is it? It's from North Africa, and it's going to give you what you'd expect from any good fajita. It's warm. It's a little bit sour. And it's we're going to get some sweetness here from the sweet potatoes as well. You'll find cumin in here as well as chilies. You'll find caraway seeds, coriander seeds, a bit of paprika, a bit of garlic, loads of good stuff. If you don't fancy it, if you can't find it, if you've got something else, you could use sriracha, you could use chipotle paste, anything that you like. So I've got 2 teaspoons of our lovely harissa in our tray, and I'm going to add a splash of vinegar as well. Sour is really underrated in the kitchen. It's just going to make this pop. Now, the first ingredient is our chickpeas. I've got 1 tin of chickpeas. Let's get that straight involved. I'm going to add a bit of salt and pepper as well. The chickpeas are a great source of protein, and as a pulse, they count as 1 of your 5 a day as well. But you could use any other pulses you like. Hugo, any substitutes for the chickpeas if you don't like them, if you want something else?
Any other white beans, I think, as well, would work really well in this dish.
Fantastic. Thank you, Hugo. Okay, next up, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, and again, they count as 1 of your 5 a day. And I've got 800 grams just here. And I find that if you can find about 3 sweet potatoes that kind of come in at this weight, they cook really nicely at the same time as the chicken. All I'm doing is I'm getting everything nice and well mixed, nice and involved before I add my chicken. Now, I've got a free-range chicken just here, and this whole dish is going to serve 6 people. I'm going to get it in my tray. I'm going to start marinating it with my hands, get all that love in and around the chicken. And whilst I'm doing that, Bryony, what do we have to say to our lovely people today? Do we have, where can they find this recipe?
Oh, so the recipe has been dropped in the comment box below, so they can find it there, along with, and if they click the link as well, they can see all the recipes that you're cooking up this week, Jack.
Super. Thank you, Bryony. Thank you so much, guys. And look, if you know of a friend who absolutely loves their fajitas, tag them in this video. I'm sure they'll love this recipe. It's a great way of using a whole roast chicken. It's a great way of kind of just twisting your fajitas a little bit. And as you can see, this is a super simple recipe. In fact, all of the hard work is pretty much done. Look at the color, the flavor that this is going to impart onto that chicken, into the potatoes and the chickpeas as well. There we have it. Now, before I get this in the oven, I'm going to wash my hands, and then we'll get this in the oven whilst we make a slaw. Hugo, if I'm not eating chicken today, what veg could I swap that out with?
You could swap it out for some peppers, some mixed color peppers would be really nice. All the usual suspects for a fajita, and just try and get everything a similar size. So if you're going to use slices of pepper, maybe cut the sweet potatoes up so everything cooks nicely and evenly.
Fantastic. Thank you, Hugo. So yes, you can use, I mean, you could use, even to move away from the vegetarian subject, you could use chicken thighs, drumsticks, or if you're going veggie today or vegan, aubergine, mushrooms, peppers, they work great. It's all about this harissa. Now, this is going to go in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And actually, I'm going to put this breast side down. That will kind of naturally baste our chicken. It will self-baste it. It will also make sure that those legs cook thoroughly. So we'll swap it. We'll kind of flip it over 40 minutes in. But as I say, 1 hour, 20 minutes in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius.
We've got people tuning in from all over the world, Jack.
Is that right?
Australia, Japan, Germany. Luke Lewis said he would like a shout out, please.
Was that Luke Lewis?
Yes.
Luke Lewis! How are you, my friends? I hope you're enjoying today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do give this one a go at home. It's great. What I love about it is that it's super exciting, but the work is minimal, absolutely minimal. In fact, the hard work's kind of done. It's pretty much done. For now, you need to kick back, relax, and make a slaw. You've got 1 hour and 20 minutes to make a slaw, and I'm sure we can achieve that. And again, with a slaw, of course, packed full of veg, amazing. But just like with the chicken, where you could use any other sort of paste or even swap the chicken out, we can use any other or any vegetables that you like for your slaw. Today, I'm using carrots, apples, about 1/4 of a cabbage as well, and you simply need to grate them. That is it. Here we are. Very nice. So Hugo, what's your favorite go-tos in a slaw in terms of ingredients, if you aren't using these ones?
If you're not using these ones, mixing up the herbs that you put in a slaw, I think is really nice.
Lovely.
Kind of, especially with something that's going to be quite rich, like this chicken, steering away from something rich in the coleslaw, like perhaps don't add yogurt or mayonnaise and just dress it with some lemon juice or some lime juice. Like, for example, lime and mint or coriander in this slaw with the chicken and the harissa would be really, really nice.
I love it. I totally agree. It's the sourness again here that's so important. Now, let me just chop these apples up. Instead of apples, you could use pears. I think with a coleslaw, you can almost use anything. As long as you're grating it or you're chopping it fine enough, you can literally almost use anything. It's one of the things I love about it. So 2 apples are going in here, or you could use pears or anything, like I say. And look, for those of you just joining in, a huge welcome to Keep Cooking Daily. Thank you for joining us today. My name's Jack. I'm the head chef of Jamie's Cookery School. And for those of you just joining, what we're trying to do is just every day, have a little cook up and just give you a bit of kitchen inspiration. We want to talk about swaps, making things healthy, tasty, easy, or exciting. And we want to listen to you. We want to start a conversation. So whatever kind of things you want to see, whatever kind of things you want to talk about, whatever kind of things you think you need help with, let us know. Get involved in those comments just below. We've got people getting back to you. And tag a friend. Why not? Spread the word about this incredible recipe, particularly the friends that come to mind when you think fajitas. You know your friends that love fajitas. Tag them in this one. It's a good one.
We've got a question from Kim, Jack.
Fantastic.
She says that when she grates carrots, it always seems to get too wet. Is there a reason for that? And if so, how can she stop it?
It could be that the grater is too fine, perhaps. It could be that the carrot isn't quite the freshest. Look, if it's getting too wet, and it consistently is, I would just start practicing some knife skills, perhaps, and cut it nice and fine. I often find when something's getting a little bit too soppy, it's just that you're using too fine a grater for that particular vegetable. So you can just start chopping it if you like. Thank you, Bryony. Lovely. Okay, what have I got in here? I've got, try and remind myself, 2 carrots, 2 apples. I'm now going to add about 1/4 of a cabbage. I'm using red cabbage today, but you could use white cabbage is fine. You could use Savoy cabbage. It'll be harder to grate, but if you're happy with your knife skills, you can just kind of shred it. And if you don't fancy grating all these vegetables, you can very easily use a food processor with the grating attachment on. All right, nearly there. Just going to add some mint, and then we are done. Super.
Just so everyone's aware, we are following COVID safety guidelines here in the office. We're all social distancing and we're all wearing masks, so just so everyone's aware.
Thank you, Bryony. It's a very important point, and yes, we are. Thank you, Bryony. Okay, coleslaw almost ready. Let me just pick the leaves of my mint. Here we go. Got about 15 grams of mint just there. But you could use coriander, you could use parsley, again, whatever you like, or whatever you have. Just finely slice this mint, although you could just use the leaves whole. There we are. And you know what, team? We are very nearly there. Let's get all this good veg out. Add our mint. And then we just need a really simple dressing for our slaw. Again, it needs a bit of sourness, a bit of fat from some olive oil. So I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar and about a tablespoon of olive oil. With the vinegar, you need acid from somewhere. So if you don't have red wine vinegar, you could use a white wine vinegar or any other vinegar, really. Or you could just use lemon or lime or something like that. You just need a little bit of sour, a little bit of fat from the olive oil. We'll give it a mix and we'll serve it up. Super simple.
He says, do you mind just giving a quick recap, Jack, of what recipe you're doing?
Great idea, Tiffany. Thank you, Bryony. Yes. So hello everyone. This is our harissa roast chicken fajitas. I've got a chicken in the oven, roasting at 160 with lovely harissa, with some chickpeas, with some sweet potatoes. I'm making a super simple coleslaw right now. And that's basically all the steps for this lovely dish. That's all you need to do. So it's one of those recipes that it's really exciting to eat. Of course, it's really tasty, but it's healthy, and it's really just simple. It's really, really simple. And if you don't have harissa, if you don't like harissa for any reason, you could use anything with a bit of spice. You could use sriracha, you could use chili oil, you could use chipotle paste, anything that you like. I'm just gonna wash my hands for a last time. And then, guys, we're gonna serve this up.
Barbara is loving that you added pears to the slaw. She'd never thought of that and is going to try that.
It is great. It's a great one. It just adds that little bit of sweetness. Often you'll find some sweetness in your dressing. Any coleslaw or salad dressing often has a bit of sweetness. Today, we're just getting natural sweetness from our apples or from your pears or from whatever you like. And as I say, with a slaw, just it's a great opportunity to raid your fridge and use up what you've got. As long as they're chopped fine, they'll work great. Things like fennel, broccoli, asparagus, baby corn, mange too, they'll all work super well as long as they're grated or chopped nice and fine. Yes, we're pretty much there. One more thing to do, a quick yogurt with a little bit of harissa just running through it. Just for a little bit of extra love when this is served, just gonna ripple it through. Just like that. You could just kind of mix it completely, but it's quite nice to just see the marbling effect. There we are. Fantastic. So, coleslaw or slaw, done. Yogurt, done. Now, let's move back to our chicken, to our sweet potatoes, and to our chickpeas. You need to have roasted this in the oven for about 1 hour and 40 minutes at 160 degrees, 1 hour and 20 minutes for 160 degrees, and you just need to flip the chicken after 40 minutes halfway through. I've done just that. I've been busy this morning, and I have one ready just here to show you. Here we go. Let's have a wee look. Come on. This, Bryony, even from all the way back there, how's it smelling?
Amazing, incredible.
It's out of this world. I can smell that spice. You can smell that kind of warm hum. You've got the spices, the cumin, the coriander. It's smelling incredible. And what I've got here is this lovely chicken with nice crispy skin. I can see the chickpeas, again, they've kind of got a little bit crispy as well. They kind of just crisped up a tiny bit. And I've got the sweet potatoes, which are adding sweetness in terms of flavor, as well as kind of a lovely soft texture. So let's serve this up, shall we? Fantastic. Now, Brian, is now a good time to talk about other recipes this week, or shall I hold off for a bit? What would you like to do? You're the boss.
So should I give a quick recap of what's coming up this week that you're cooking up?
I would love that.
So on Tuesday, you're cooking up simple fish cakes. On Thursday, you're doing a super quick pasta with the quickest tomato sauce. And on Friday, you're doing pizza deep pan pizza. But Wednesday is very exciting, isn't it, Jack? Because our audience actually get to choose what recipe you're cooking up.
I know. It's very exciting. I love that. It's your choice, guys. So on Wednesday, you decide what we're going to cook. We're going to have a poll up and running. And Bryony, we're going to cook an egg recipe.
Yes.
Bryony, could you tell me which recipes we're going to give you the choice of?
So the 2 poll options are for Wednesday, halloumi eggy crumpets or egg and mango chutney flatbreads. So you should see a poll pop up on your screen now, guys. So get voting for which recipe you'd like to see Jack cooking up on Wednesday.
And say that one more time for me, Bryony. Which were the 2 recipes?
Oh, halloumi eggy crumpets.
Yep.
Or egg and mango chutney flatbreads.
Hugo, which is your favourite? Do you have a preference?
Oh, it's really hard. The flatbreads are from the 5 ingredients, and that's been such a popular recipe. It's so good for the weekends. But then the halloumi crumpets, which were in Jamie's current book, 7 Ways, it's a really interesting take, and there's a really cool technique to use with the halloumi, actually, that I think a lot of people wouldn't have seen before.
Lovely. So what you're doing is you're sitting on the fence.
I'm sitting on the fence.
I love it. They are both incredible. I'm with Hugo on this one. Right, back to my chicken. So guys, get involved. The poll will come up shortly. We'll tell you when, I believe, and get involved. Give us a vote and let us know what you'd like to see on Wednesday. Now, I've got my sweet potatoes, which you could just leave whole. What I'm doing is I'm breaking them up, and I kind of want to puff them up a little bit, smash them down, and just kind of just almost have them working themselves into the plate a little bit more rather than just being contained within their jackets. So I've got my chicken at the front, just trying to kind of break down our sweet potato just a little bit so that people can kind of just dig in and take what they fancy.
They're all ready as well, Jack, for when you spoon over those chickpeas and all that harissa and chicken juices, they're going to be able to absorb all that as well.
That is a very good point. There we are. Lovely. Next up, it is our super chickpeas. Let's get all these involved.
Still people tuning in from all over the world. America, Australia again, Holland.
Incredible. It's a joy to be cooking together, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. As I say, what we're trying to do with this Keep Cooking Daily is give you daily inspiration, a bit of love each day with a new recipe, and just kind of listen to you about what you want to see and give you tips and tricks to make those healthy swaps, or to swap things out to what you like, or to make things more exciting in the kitchen. Whatever you're looking for example, tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, later on this week, we're going to make pasta, which is a great therapy. It's great fun. So we're trying to do a lot of different styled recipes. Okay. There we go. Hugo, how that's looking for you so far?
Looks
all good?
Amazing. Yeah, really, really good.
Fantastic. So I've got my slaw just here. I've got my yogurt ready to go as well. Now, Hugo, you are frantically off camera pointing towards something. What's going on? What would you like to see? Ah, my mince. Yes, my mince. Thank you so much. Almost forgot. And we need a tortilla as well. I mean, come on. It's just so simple. There's so much love in there. There's so much character. There's so much attitude. Yet the time you've given to it is remarkably low. It's one of those recipes that just ticks so many different boxes, which is what I love about it. So let's start with a bit of sweet potato. I've got my tortilla just here. I've got a wholemeal tortilla, so it's got a little bit more fiber in it, which is no bad thing. It's a good thing, in fact. Just a little bit of sweet potato, going for about half. Let's get some chickpeas involved as well. How are we looking?
It looks amazing.
Everyone's saying it looks incredible. They wish they were here to taste it.
And
the smell as well.
The smell is nuts. It's so complex from such a simple recipe. But on top of that, I love the textures that we've got going on. We've got this succulent chicken. It's a really forgiving recipe, by the way. If you cook it a little bit too long, because of this harissa, because it's kind of self-basting upside down, it stays moist. It stays tender and succulent for a long time. So you've got the soft, succulent chicken. You've got the sweet and smooth sweet potatoes. And then you've got these chickpeas that are just a little bit kind of crunchy, a little bit gnarly, really exciting to eat. And then I'm going to add my slaw on top. Fantastic. And that's it. So look, Bryony, if people are going to try this at home tonight, or perhaps tomorrow, whenever, we'd love to see what you're doing. Bryony, what's the hashtag? Where can they upload their photos to?
Upload their photos onto any social media platform and just use the hashtag KeepCookingDaily. The recipe link is in the comments, so they've got all the details there.
Thank you, Bryony. Thank you, thank you. As you were doing that, I was just admiring about how moist and succulent this chicken is.
It looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it? And it really is. It's down to that kind of gentle oven temperature, 160 degrees. We're not going too fast and aggressive, a bit lower, a bit slower. It gives you this beautiful, glorious, moist and tender chicken. I've got the chicken on here, the sweet potatoes, the chickpeas, the coleslaw. I'm going to add a bit of marbled harissa yogurt on top, and then a dash of mint, and we are all golden. I cannot believe how much flavor we've got here. The health of this meal, how exciting it is in terms of flavor, but also in terms of to eat. Taking this chicken to the dining table is a really exciting thing. All digging in together, taking your chicken, your sweet potatoes is an exciting thing. And you end up, as I say, with such little effort, you end up with this beautiful fajitas. They're slightly different to what you'd be used to, but they taste out of this world, and they're a complete joy. So there we have it, guys. This is our harissa roast chicken fajitas. Wonderful, slowly cooked chicken in the oven, roasted in the oven with sweet potatoes, chickpeas, and of course our harissa with some beautiful slaw and a lovely yogurt as well. You are going to love it. Now I can see Hugo. What would you like to say, my friend?
Just this principle, the familiarity of a roast chicken, but taking it to a completely different place. There's plenty more recipes exactly like this. Jamie's got a whole chapter of them in his most recent book. And if you just want to, break from the monotony of your Sunday lunch or try something in the week, there's some real big hitters in there.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, even just in the latest book, 7 Ways, as Hugo says, we've got sesame roast chicken, we've got farmhouse roast chicken, we've got my favorite, personal favorite, chicken margarita, easy peri-peri chicken, 7 ways of a roast chicken. So it's kind of taking what you're familiar with and giving it that twist to make it even more exciting. I cannot wait to eat this, guys. I would love to see let us know what you think in the comments below, and do share those photos so we can see how you're getting on. Enjoy it. And look, I'm going to see you tomorrow. All I can do for now is wish you a lovely day. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to tag a friend who loves their fajitas, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Stay well, stay safe. See you next time. Bye-bye. Woo!